Hi everybody, Scott Cunningham from Cunningham Realty. Thanks for stopping in and watching this video. Hope you're having a great day. We are going to talk about something that does happen quite a bit. How do you work out a scenario of buying a home if you're currently renting a home with a lease? Now, hopefully your lease is month to month, or hopefully your lease is going to expire here fairly soon. Those are fairly easy. You know, if you're renting a home that's got a month to month lease, you go look at homes, you write an offer, you get it accepted. You know, I would say before you give notice that you're moving out of your current home, you maybe would want to make sure that you're through the inspection process. A lot of it depends on the house. You know, is it a nice house? Is it not a nice house? So again, there's certain situations there. So give that consideration. Or maybe you got a lease. Like today, for an example, it's the end of May. Maybe you've got a lease expiring June 30th, okay? And you're hoping to move into your new house July 1st. That usually works out really, really well. You put in an offer, hopefully you get it accepted. You got a closing date of July 1st. You move out of your old house on June 29th or June 30th into your new home on July 1st. Everything goes really good. But what happens if your lease is further out? What if you still got a 3-4 month lease, 6-8 month lease, 10-month lease? You know, we don't see that far out very often. If it's 3-4 months, you're probably in an okay situation. Maybe your landlord will let you out a little bit early. The one thing to remember is that when you close on a new home, you normally will not have your first payment for about 6 weeks. So let's say that you're hoping to close on a house July 1st and your lease is not up until, let's say, the end of August. Well, if you close on a home the beginning of July, I said the 1st, let's just say it's the 5th. Well, if you close on a home July 5th, your first payment's not going to be due on September 1st. So that's going to get you to the end of that period. Or sometimes we'll run into a situation where a buyer will go, well, I can afford to make my house payments and my rent payment a month, but I don't want to do more than that. You know, maybe you can get a renter in there, maybe the landlord will let you out early. But what if it's 6 months out? Well, same situation. You know, do you want to have to try to make double payments for 3 months? Most people aren't going to want to do that. Most landlords that we've run into, now I'm not going to say all, but most landlords are pretty flexible. They'll let you out if they can find somebody to take your place. Most landlords don't care who's paying the rent. They just want somebody making the payment. So in most situations we run into, a landlord will say, hey, yeah, we'll let you out. I'm going to start to advertise it. Excuse me. Occasionally we'll run into a situation where a landlord says, if you want out, you advertise it yourself and bring me a good qualified renter. Every situation is a little bit different. So it can be worked out there. The one time that really runs into a snag is during the winter. There's a lot of landlords that will not allow that in the winter. So you might have a little bit of an issue there. But the big thing is just sit down and talk to your agent. Now, obviously, we're hoping that you're going to deal with us and one of the members of our company. But sit down and talk to an agent. Explain the situation. Don't feel like you're 100% dead in the water, because that's not always the case. But sit down and talk to them. That's the biggest thing that we do, is we really stay up high on our education and our training, because we want all of our people to be able to relay to their buyers and sellers the right information and what we can do to help them. We tell people all the time the two most important parts of our job are educating our people and protecting them. So that's a very, very big thing that we do. So please do us a favor. Take a look at the bottom of this, right below this video. There should be the word subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just click on that subscribe button if you want to see messages or posts from us as they become active. Click on that little bell, and I think it says all, and you will be notified anytime that we do a new video. So please check that out on Facebook. Please share our videos. The more people see this, again, the more people that help us, and the more people that we can in turn help by hopefully some information from these videos. Feel free and give me a call. Shoot me a text, 715-296-7557, or check us out on our new company website, www.teamcunninghamwi.com. Again, don't be afraid to ask any. If you got questions, comments below, don't be afraid to throw them on there. Throw them on Facebook, throw them on YouTube. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Bye now.